the gate?
I honestly think that it is possible, given that we all know that UT heavily plays around this Yunhong pick. And there we go, we see the answer, Yunhong pre-ban, as well as Oberon. Very interesting.
Wow. Light Fairy King, yeah, that's really interesting. Must have a good read onto what Shiki is thinking here. And then we'll go through, I mean, the Yunhong, we just kind of expect it. It's very obvious, and there it is.
Oh my god, the wedge up first pick. I did not
Stealing
expect
it
that.
from Shiki.
Yeah, Shiki says, hey, I like Wedget, I just got him recently, and UT's like, oh, I got one too? Hey, I spend money too, man.
No problem. There's the typical Hathor Ganymede follow-up. I mean, nothing too crazy there. Velajuel Vigor very popular in the meta right now.
Yeah, absolutely. He is a monster that many people are relying on for very good reasons, but I really like how Shiki hesitated for a moment there. When that wedge out was taken away, he's like, wait a minute, you dirty little UT.
Chiwu, speed leader, along with AoE strip and various other abilities going on in there, and that block very useful on one of the new dungeons, but there is Barbara.
Yeah, the Beast Rider that I was talking about earlier, she is a very powerful unit. You can utilize her to either strip for a Gani on turn 1, or maybe even if there's like a no-will rune unit, then you can go ahead and put Armor Break, bring it down real low. She is very strong, and we do see the Feng Yan coming out as a counter to the Barbara, which could be very legitimate.
Yeah, the Wind Panda going to be very good. Diana, of course, then to follow that up, the superstar that you just love to see just proc like crazy and can single-handedly do some real work for UTPLAY here. The final pick, what are you feeling here, Peter?
The final pick, I don't have enough information on Shiki currently to make a guess, but we do see the CR come out, which is a fantastic pick. It provides the second speed leader as well as more threat to the team, but what I saw about UT's team is that he has only one immunity, so he might not want to deal with that Gani Hathor combo coming through, and he really invested hard into these two wind-heavy counter units, meaning, of course, he's not going to ban Barbara, so Shiki's going to somehow just have to damage through this.
Yeah, so the Hathor is going to be the ban there, as you kind of expected. He didn't seem to have great answers, did UTPLAY for it, so double speed leaders, but Chiwu still has that AoE strip, still very powerful, has the block as well, which I love because that's what I use to get through the Steel Fortress. So
yeah,
I really appreciate that, and we'll see how this one plays out. Up first,
see that Chiwu going first, and he's going for the strip, and he gets everything except the Diana. However, Diana gets attack bar, so it does not matter. If Diana transforms here, she is most likely going to get cut, so UT should know to shield up. Very smart. And now Barbara, she has the opportunity to reduce the attack bar. We can assume that it's going to be on the Velajuel. Does he land it? Yes, he does land it once, and the proc. Very nice.
Death Break in there as well, so just going to follow up with that critical attack, do some pretty good damage to Velajuel. Here comes the Seal Magic. Going to reset the skills and then decrease the attack bar, going on to Vigor there.
Yeah, very smart move by him, because he knows that this Velajuel is very low. He's going to try to just go ahead and bomb it up, and he doesn't even detonate because he believes in his speed. He knows his team is going to move before the Velajuel, but however, it seems like the Velajuel is faster than Sierra, meaning the Chiwu might need to land a sleep here, and he does not. Wow, this is huge right now.
All right, there you go. The immunity reset, and Vigor going right in there, gets the proc, and get out of here, Sierra. Now we're going to focus in on Barbara next.
Yeah, that miscalculation by UT on the turn order really cost him there, because if he detonated the bomb, there would be no immunity. And now that it's all up, things are really looking good for UT. I mean, sorry, it's looking bad for Shiki. I got it messed up.
That's okay. Yeah. No problem at all. Now, Barbara, very weak here. Chiwu trying to get it. Gets the shield. Does not get the immunity there. And now Vigor coming in, and that is going to proc the passive here for Barbara. Switches into her Beast Rider form. And let's see what she's got still. They're not nearly as tough when they're in that form, but they hit pretty hard still when you're in that passive.
Yep, they do hit hard, but we can see this Werewolf Fighter. He is so tanky. He does not care about that damage coming out of the Rider. So UT's just going to go ahead and pretty much auto his way through, because I don't see a way for Shiki to come back.
Yeah, there's still plenty of sustain here available for UT between the Diana and the Vigor. The Panda as well has sustain. Everything left on UTPLAY's team has sustain. And like you said, he can just kind of, play this one patiently, go for it, transform back in there, and get the additional turn and just go for the crit, and that's going to finish off the Gani, and that's going...
Yunhong.
Right, exactly, because you can't ban the same monster 2 times in a row, of course. So this time it's going to be Wedgeot getting banned by UTPLAY, since it's going to be SHIKI's turn to go first. He doesn't want to see that Dark Horus coming out.
Yeah, SHIKI right now, he does have that first pick, and he's going to take that Hathor, showing that he really likes to play around this, you know, Hathor, Ganny type of comps. So UT has the option to take away the Ganny here if he chooses to. Yes, he does, as well as the Chiwu that we saw last time from SHIKI.
Right, Chiwu seeing a lot of prevalence because of the resurgence of will runes a lot these days, so it gives you the option to really deal with them very quickly, and of course reducing the attack bar, very beneficial with that AoE as well. Fran coming in next here, the perennial versatile unit is Fran, just so good all around. And there's an Okeanos. I said we kind of maybe had seen him follow the meta. Maybe I was a bit off.
Yeah, I don't know what perennial means, but I get that Fran means useful.
A lot.
Yeah, that I get. So right now, SHIKI, he has a very CC heavy lineup. So UT really needs to decide right now, does he want to commit to outspeeding SHIKI, or does he want to put in an immunity like Velajul, as we see here?
Yeah, he seems comfortable with the Velajul. And then there is, of course, the Yunhong coming in there. UTPLAY loves it. Barbara, once again, for SHIKI, trying to get back in there, seeing if he can get it going this time around. What will be the response here from UTPLAY? We saw kind of the panda go. Oh, there's Daphnis.
Yeah, I really like that Daphnis pick here because we saw UT. He went for a wind heavy carry last time when he was up against the Barbara. But now SHIKI is saying, hey, I got a Daphnis in here. If you want to pick Diana, then bring it on.
Yeah, this is really smart. It really counters kind of a couple of the options that UTPLAY was thinking about, and that's why he's taking a little bit more time this go around. See exactly what he wants to do. Is it going to be some kind of Watermon to come back, or has he got another ace up his sleeve? He's just going to go for the Diana.
Yep, Diana again. So we could see a Daphnis ban here, but I don't really think so. He might really just ban out something that is either a speed leader or something that might risk him not getting the first turn, because he does have the Chiwu Ganny combo to deal with the red Fairy King, Daphnis.
There you go. So both the Fairy Kings going to be banned out here for game number 2. And again, this is a best of 3. So SHIKI on the line, and UT looking to close this out and move forward. Speed leaders both going to be picked, of course, as we get into this one. Who gets to go first? I'm going to assume it's UTPLAY.
Well, he does have what it takes, right? We know this guy, he has insanely fast runes. We know that Yunhong's going to be on crazy fast Bylon as well. And we are correct, that Chiwu will be getting the first turn here. And he really needs the strips to land, or will he save it? Nope, he decides to use it, but he misses the Fran. So now Yunhong has a chance to redeem Chiwu's mistake. What is he going to do? Will he strip? Will he give the attack bar? We are about to find out.
Skill 2 doesn't hit, no strip with it. Here comes the Fairy Blessing. The immunity is up. Now there are 2 immunities up here. Do you go? No, you don't. You go for the strip, you go for the 2, and you get it.
You hate to see that happen. It happens very frequently, it feels like. When you have a Hathor against Velajul, she strips and then procs. And now we see Oki just going for the reset here. Very smart move. It's going to make this Diana a sitting duck pretty much for 1 turn unless she procs.
All right, she gets the grit, does not get the proc though. And now we're going to get the death break on top of her. She is in very much trouble right now.
Yeah, this Okeanos we can see is on the crit damage build. That armor break landing from SHIKI was so crucial in terms of getting that Diana down. But one thing to keep in mind about UT's team comp was that even if he landed all the strips, he wouldn't have had anything to follow up really. So it didn't really matter. It feels like SHIKI just kind of outdrafted UT this game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's looking pretty dire right now for UT, just trying to get that Yunhong focus down, everything being put in her direction. The rest of her skills. Oh, she procs here.
Yeah, there's a proc. She needs 1 more turn, and then she's got the heal up. But is she going to survive before she gets a heal up? Because this Barbara is kind of just on the loose right now. She can do whatever she wants, and she hits hard.
Yeah, and she's getting a lot of turns, of course, because of those abilities. It just wipes Yunhong off the floor. That's going to be it. UT taps out. SHIKI taking this time around. In fact, no, you're going to go right back to the Sierra ban. Oh, excuse me, you can't. That was last round's ban. What are you going to go to? Are you going to go back to the Yunhong? You dealt with it pretty well.
I mean, if I was SHIKI, I would pre-ban Yunhong just
it's
for
because
the
Fair enough. No, I get it. I get it. And is UTPLAY going to try that same strategy where he first picks Wedgeot this time around to keep it out of Shiki's hands? We'll find out. Same pre-ban, so Oberon and Yunhung out once again. So same as the first round. Is it going to repeat once again with that first pick from UTPLAY?
Well, we did see that Shiki did not like that Wedgeot pick being taken away because he banned it in game 1. So I think it's a good idea for UT to take it, and he does.
All right, he's going to go for it. It's going to be Velojoule as the response this time instead of Ganymede with Hathor for Shiki. Wants that immunity of his own. What is UTPLAY's idea? He's going to go for the Fran for his immunity. And the follow-up, this time, what are we thinking for UTPLAY?
You know, it's always fun when they play a little game of taking each other's units. Hey, you're taking my light Wedgeot, then I'm going to take Velojoule. And we see Shiki going back to his comfort picks with the Barbara and the Daphnis. This is going to be really, really strong duo for UTPLAY's comps right now because Daphnis can just strip away whatever buffs that UT's going to put up, and it could be a unit dead. So, UT, he's coming in right now. He knows that a lot of damage is about to come, and he's thinking about the Fengyan. Very interesting.
Yeah. It takes pretty well, of course, and since it scales off of defense and other things, it really can handle a lot. He's going to go for Odin. Alrighty then.
You know,
a lot of wind.
This is a strat that I can actually respect because Odin, he has the supports there, the buffers to give him the stacks that he needs, and also Odin kind of makes so that if you kill anything else, it also gives him stacks, right? Which could be a good way to deal with the Daphnis and Barbara. We can see Shiki, he is hesitating with that pick coming up against him. So he's taking his time to think about the last one, and it's Vertihile. Wow.
All right, Vertihile. There's so much wind here. It's, a lot of fire is going to be an idea for Shiki as well. And what are the bans going to be this go around? There's some interesting choices here. Yeah, you could just ban out Wedgeot again.
Yeah, I think that's a viable ban because Wedgeot does put up the anti-crit, so Vertihile might not be critting, which would be devastating. So I think UT is really taking his time to ban right now. Really, there's so many units on Shiki's side that I bet he wants to ban, and he decides Daphnis, and Shiki says that Odin is scaring me, I want it away from me. All
right, exciting this time around. No speed leaders being picked here for Shiki, of course, because he doesn't have it available. Kind of expect that UT is going to be going first, but can he hold on this time around? Shiki playing so well in that second game. That Barbara just doing so much work, and there are the shield rooms along with the will this time around.
Yeah, what UT needs to happen right now is he needs to potentially just gamble for the kill onto Vertihile because it is the only unit that Fengyan can armor break. Or if he doesn't want to gamble, he's got to kill the Barbara. And right now, we see him just laying out the buffs. Yanni obviously not going to use skill 3 because there was nothing that he can get good value out of. And UT not even just touching the Vertihile.
Yeah, hitting hard on the Barbara, but Barbara returning the favor, stripping Fran, and she is in a world of trouble right now.
Wow. Shiki's Hathor is a premium Hathor. That's what I call a Google Play Hathor right there. Because every time she uses skill 2, she procs. And right now, we see UT's one man down. This is looking kind of bad. So do we believe in the Fengyan? That is the question.
Well, we're waiting to find out. He's going to be put to sleep for a little while. That's a problem now.
Oh my gosh, this Hathor procs every single turn. I kid you not.
Oh
and
my
she
goodness.
lands it too.
Oh my goodness. That skill 2 devastating here. Multiple opponents for UTPLAY. He's trying to hold on. He has some options available here.
Oh, poor Yanni. He can't do anything. He's got both skill 3 and skill 2 available, but none of them are useful.
Yeah, none of them he can really get going right now. He's going to go for the seal magic.
Big damage. I like that. The Barbara is down, but it does mean that she's going to do a bigger damage here. He's most likely just going to aim for the Wedgeot and take it out. And wow, so many procs on this Barbara. That's crazy, man.
My gosh. Again, is Wedgeot in trouble. Here comes that AoE sleep sweet dreams for UTPLAY. There's some big damage Wedgeot,
UTPLAY is not having a sweet dream at all. This is really rough to watch because he's just getting slept left and right, and then the unit that's not sleeping is just getting killed off. Oh man, I feel like this is going to be really hard for Fengyan to try to 1v4 this one.
Yeah, it's at this point it's going to be really challenging. Going to go for that Ganymede. Of course, you want to save the Fengyan for last because of that counter ability that he can produce. don't want to let him just start rolling and get crazy here. Immunity up, and now we're just focusing the Ganymede down. Going to use that Verd to build up the attack bars as well to continue to take advantage of the fact that there is so much sleep. So Verd really fits with this so well because while everything's asleep, he can just keep you going.
Yeah, absolutely. And UT picked very wind-heavy team comp, as we've seen them do over and over again. The Diana, the Feng Yan. So all Shiki had to do was really adjust and be like, hey, you want to pick wind? Then I'm going to pick Vertihal. And we see that pick working so well for him.
Yeah, it's really, really smart, the turnaround that Shiki was able to find here and stealing that pick away from UTPLAY, as this one not over yet. There is always that chance that the Wind Panda can go crazy, but right now it's not looking good with another sleep proc here. It's going to wake him up, and now you get the Verd. You can do the punishment, do the damage, and it is looking like all she wrote.
Lord.
Oh boy.
That Hathor just taking away the hopes of a Feng Yan solo right now. And he didn't even go for the sleep, which is very interesting. I guess he really wants to save it for the strip. However, Feng Yan does proc. He kind of does not want to hit that Vertihal because he's scared of the revenge.
Right, exactly, and there's the counter. Of course, with that buff being on him, the immunity up here so you can't get the attack break, and the sleep comes through this go around, and now the Verd's going to come in, and that is going to be game. Shiki takes it 2-1.